Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind. So we are in the process of conquering China. We're a slight pause here for another 8 or so years. Hopefully we can attack the Ming before Russia attacks Korea again, because that would be annoying. Other than that, we're quashing revolts, converting provinces, and trying to boost our trade control of Malacca, which is not going well particularly. But it's a valiant effort. We've got lots of centers of trade we can boost, which I am doing so. It's amazing how good these spice islands are in terms of production. 4.39 goal stuff from there. By comparison, well, it's not a very good comparison because I only have one gold mine and it's not that valuable. Actually, I have a gold mine over here. Actually, I have a gold mine in Japan. What am I saying? It's about half the value of a level 9 or 10 gold mine. So that's those provinces are valuable. I mean, it makes sense. They're called the Spice Islands. Huh. I didn't think I would have to deal with Diviate rebels again. Just goes to show what I know. We can make some more accepted cultures. We have a lot of accepted cultures at this point. So we got 8 years till we can attack China, and then once we finish conquering China, that'll probably be it for this Let's Play, as I said last episode. Don't forget, of course, to vote in the poll I have going for what to do after this. Looks like it's going to be Minecraft, but again, every vote counts. More conversion. Also, I've been told I should remind people that if you haven't done so and you do watch these, please subscribe. It does help. And leave comments. Try and read and respond to most comments, so if you have any questions or comments for the comment section, let me know. There we go. Surprisingly fairly stable. That parliament stuff actually helps a fair amount. I'm going to strengthen government a little bit. No, should reduce the unrest a tiny bit. Apparently I have to do it at least another time. +1 tax for being tolerant. I always forget that humanist ideas has a chance of boosting development. Seems a little odd, but I guess it makes some sense. Are we going to be ahead of time in Diplo? Yes. Do I care? Not overwhelmingly. Level 20, level 30, another +1 land morale. We'll have to remember that. Where's my fleet? Does that need to be upgraded? Nope. Looks like we've probably maxed out the ships, or getting close to the best ships we can have. Are there any more ships? Ships. No, we have all the best ships we have. That's nice. And France is still HRE Emperor. And, whoa, Austria is doing really well. I didn't see that Austria was doing that well, but with their ruler, it looks like they have a 664 ruler. I'm not too surprised. For those of you who don't know, lucky nations do get a bonus to monarch points as well, which is why they're always so good in Iron Man mode. It's also one reason the Ottomans seem to get bad rulers as the game goes on. Although 655 is a bad Ottoman ruler. Nah. Ottomans usually get really good rulers the whole game, but they're not as good as their early on ones. Poor Sweden, getting annihilated by Russia. Denmark's still alive. Oh, hello, little Denmark. Protestants and Reformed faith. Now the wars have switched to Protestant Reformed wars rather than Catholic, Protestant, or Catholic Reformed wars. It's interesting. Pomerania still survives. Bohemia has one province left. Now here's the real question. Are the Knights still alive? The Knights are still alive, fighting Tunis and the Ottomans. And they're losing the war, but they're not occupied. Interesting. Good for them, I guess. Good for them. Huh. We've already done that recently. Maybe build some manufacturers. Might as well make even more money while we wait. Try and ease the tension, as if that's going to help. If these guys are not aware that my goal is to conquer China at this point, they're stupid. More rebels, more conversion. It's interesting that this area is converting faster than this area. I don't think I made states out of this bottom region, so... Huh, interesting. Little interesting things about the game you don't note until you hit the late game and just play on it for a while. Well, I think I can say I had a reasonable amount of fun with this Let's Play. Other than the endless slogging through this area, crushing rebels, but some of that was my own fault, but we did reasonably well in the long run. Just, of course, takes time to convert provinces. It's going to be the same conversion speed as this one, but it's going to be 10 gold more. Really wish it would tell you why they're so expensive. Okay, let's convert Qingzhou. And then we will... Looks like the Ming are facing rebels. You know, it would be kind of awesome if the Ming got broken by rebels, because then we can pick them off a lot quicker on their own than as one group. Someone also pointed out I should do Defender of the Faith, and I'm just remembering that. Let's do that. Hopefully it's still glitched like they said and only applies to countries on your side of the world. Anyway, it'll lag us another missionary. We've got a lot of land still convert, both in China and in our marches. You know, as impressive as our Japanese empire looks, Russia still looks more impressive. It's a little bit frustrated. How is Sweden occupying there? Sometimes you can't figure out why the game does things. I could be allies with Portugal. I don't think so, Portugal. Although, Portugal has done pretty good this game. Looking around, they've got all in North Africa. Got Australia, they got Mexico, they got Rio de Prata. And they got Louisiana. That's not bad. And they snagged quite a few islands and New Zealand. I guess I underestimated how good Portugal has done. They're not a great power, though, are they? Oh, they are. 700 of their own development, 1,400 of their colonial nations. There's a country that's got a lot more subjects than they have land themselves. How are these that rebellious? There are too many modifiers in this game keeping countries loyal if you play it right, so I'm not too surprised they're still loyal. I don't think I've really ever seen colonial nations succeed in a breakaway war, but it would be unusual. Korea and Delhi to kill the Ming, or I go after Korea and I just fight the Ming and Korea. Assuming the Ming are willing to join the war to help Korea. I can't imagine they will if their entire country's overrun by rebels, but you never know. Well, finally getting a little bit of industrialization events. Tunggu is a really nice march. I've got to remember that if you feed them this land, they can get pretty rich and powerful on it. 27, 26, 32. Yeah, they've got some nice provinces. And more importantly, they're a march that's capable of defending themselves against their own rebels and stopping pretty much any traffic through this region. Although they would need another fort there, fort there. They need more forts, but little bit will stabilize their land. They kept the Ming busy in 2 wars, so I'm happy with that. Couldn't ask for much more, in all honesty. Interesting how we have so much tropical wood. I mean, I suppose we do control all of this area, so there's a lot of wood around here. Oh, that reminds me, some point I have to do foremost servitor of Bangladesh and own all, I think, what is it, tropical wood provinces. You know what, because Portugal does not have an heir, we can't royal marriage them, and they will no longer ally us. What did I do to cause that problem? Oh, I probably claimed land they want. Oops, my bad. Hopefully this might make them a little bit more amenable to being friends with me. Portugal, 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 Portugal. Still distance between borders. Huh, weird. You'd think that that wouldn't be an issue with an alliance, but I guess it still is. Okay, we've got maxed out units. So, I'm actually going to end this episode a little bit early, and next episode should hopefully be the last one, the Conquest of the Ming. Taking place in about 2 years. So, sorry for this slight early ending. Remember to vote in the poll for the next game, and I'll see you guys all next episode. Bye for now.